No man in Congress is more experienced in world affairs than Senator J. William Fulbright, chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
It is a rule of the Senate of the United States that all proposals for foreign policy legislation must go first to the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. The committee must study the facts and provide the Senate with a basis for sound decisions. We do so through both open and secret briefings with our own diplomats, military men, and other officials of this government, and through meetings with foreign leaders. The 17 senators on the committee are among the best informed men in the United States on world affairs. Senator John F. Kennedy is a distinguished member of the committee and heads its vital subcommittee on Africa. John Kennedy has traveled widely and has observed at first hand the needs and the problems of the world around us. These darkened areas show the areas where Senator Kennedy has visited. His journeys to some 40 lands in all have been made without fanfare or publicity. He visited Russia as long ago as 1939. On the eve of World War II, after serious talks with the leaders of Great Britain, France, Germany, Poland, and Russia, he wrote Why England Slept, warning the West of the dangers of unpreparedness. This book became a bestseller. After his South Pacific War service, Senator Kennedy covered the founding of the United Nations and the Potsdam Conference as a newspaper man. Foreign affairs was a major concern when he came to Congress in 1946 and to the Senate in 1952. After one of his world trips, on which he studied the Middle East, India, Pakistan, Korea, and Indochina, he sparked a debate on our relations with the French over the rebellion in Indochina. Senator Kennedy has persistently stressed the need for aid to India.
The deadly competition that is now going on in Asia is between China and India. Whether a free country can solve its problems, as India is attempting to do, or whether they have to follow the example of the Chinese communists. These are problems that are coming upon us in the next year, and yet I do not hear administration spokesmen discussing them. If suddenly India began to go communist, a crash program would be enacted, which would grant all of the things that today might save us.
After a survey of Hungary, of Yugoslavia, and Poland, Senator Kennedy fought for aid bills to assist and to encourage the captive nations of the Kremlin. His 1957 stand on Algerian independence from France was several years ahead of similar proposals made by General de Gaulle himself. He has fought in the Senate to strengthen our bonds with Latin America in the face of the Republican mishandling of our relations with Cuba. Senator Kennedy has battled to strengthen the 15 new African countries and our ties with them. In 1957, he co-sponsored a bill for the Development Loan Fund to provide loans to underdeveloped lands. Senator Kennedy has met and talked at length with such leaders as Khrushchev, Macmillan, de Gaulle, Adenauer, Nehru, and others. His grasp of foreign affairs is shown in his new book, The Strategy of Peace. The election of Senator Kennedy on November the 8th will give this country the thoughtful, understanding, and vigorous leadership we must have during the difficult years confronting us.